Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Very good day, good morning, molweni, wherever you are. Welcome to Life Matters, where we explore the journeys that shape us, the wellness to heal us, and the stories that inspire us. In today's health edition, we continue our Women's Wellness series, and we join once again by Dr. Fauzia Hai, a dedicated female GP and wellness expert who's passionate about empowering women to take control of their health and beauty. In her clinic, she focuses on nutrition, fitness, and exercise tailored to women's bodies, as well as skincare and beauty standards that promote self-love and acceptance for ourselves. We'll also dive into gut health, debunk some common myths, and explore practical tips for glowing skin and overall wellness. So let's get started and welcome Dr. Fauzia Hai back to our studios online. Assalamu alaikum to you, Dr. Fauzia, and thank you so much for joining us again.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and thank you for having me.
Only a pleasure. Thank you so much for making time in your busy clinic, your busy day with the little ones as well. Let's dive straight into nutrition. What do we need to know that's most important about nutrients for women's health, for women's body, mind and soul probably, and how we can ensure that we are getting enough of that nutrients in our body?
So what we need to understand first, common between males and females, females require more nutrients than males do, as we have more deficiencies that we have to deal with compared to males.
Okay.
So in form of every nutrients that we know of, iodine, iron, vitamin B12, folate, calcium, vitamin D, your food proteins, your fiber, your healthy fats, everything encompasses, and we need it in smaller amounts, everything in our body. So how can we get enough? Yes, every packaging does tell us how much of what is in it, but it would be tedious to go and read and make sure how much we are getting. To have it balanced is the best way. So have a little of everything, your fruits, your vegetables, your proteins, your fiber, your healthy fats. With that encompass supplement that you are going to be taking. It can be a multivitamin that you take that has everything in it, or it can be something your doctor has alerted you that you are lacking, that you need to take more of, whether it is iron, whether it is B12, whether it is iodine. And another important aspect is please hydrate enough, drink enough water, as it is important for the absorption of these nutrients. And another important aspect, that stay away from processed foods and sugary foods, because they are not good for our body and our gut.
So talking about hydration, and often we maybe make the mistake, or we're not aware of drinking tea or coffee or, fruit juices and thinking, oh no, there's water in there, it's a fruit juice, it's good for me. Let's just debunk that myth around water and the intake of other liquids.
So intake of other liquids is not counted as hydration. Tea and coffee has sugar in it. It has caffeine in it, which is not good. It's going to cause us to be more tired than feeling more awake. We have that caffeine crash, which is not good for our body. Then we go to juices, which has lots of sugar in it. It's not good. Sugar is not good in any form in our body. We need to be limited with sugar when it comes to it. So the best form of hydration, water. You need to drink at least 8 glasses of water if you're counting glasses, or if you're counting liters, at least 2 to 2.5 liters. It is important for your kidney functions, for your blood vessels, and overall, it's important for everything. Simple water.
Yeah, with regards to the supplements and the additional nutrients that we take as the tablets or the capsules, what is important that we need to know when taking good? Sometimes I see that you read the labels, they say take it with food, and then some don't even have directions of whether we should take it. What is the best way to take your supplements and your additionals?
If it's a multivitamin with a lot of nutrients in it, it's in the morning. Take it in the morning. Okay. Have it after your breakfast. If it's something solely like a magnesium that you're just taking, magnesium is best taken at night. So there are certain things like magnesium is best at night if you're taking calcium alone in the morning, multivitamins in the morning. But with food is best than having it on an empty stomach, because supplements need water. Okay. If you've noticed, when you take a supplement and you go to pass your urine, it's very concentrated because it also needs to be excreted out. It's used in our body, and it also the stuff that we don't need has to come out.
Gotcha.
So water has to dilute it off. If you don't have enough water, it's staying in a very high concentrated form inside of us, which is not good.
Okay. Some common nutritional deficiencies that affect women, what are they and how can we prevent them? I was chatting to a teenager the other day and she was just complaining every single day about headaches, and I asked her, do you take some supplements? Are you eating enough? You know how these youngsters just fast and go and energy cool drinks. And then I said, just try this iron tablet, and she said, wow, her headache has actually gone away. So is that, a sign? Let's talk about the deficiencies, maybe some of the symptoms that affect women and how we can prevent it.
So I'll run through a few deficiencies that are common in women. So we have iodine deficiency. Iodine deficiency leads to a goiter. It makes your thyroid overwork or underwork, leading to hypo or hyperthyroidism, leading to weight gain, leading to tiredness, exhaustion, thinning of the hair. And dietary aspects of iodine, how you can improve it in your diet, is having it in your yogurt, having it in low-fat milk, and also if you read your multivitamins, iodine, you'll see it in there. You can replace it by just supplementing with the multivitamin every day. Another important vitamin deficiency we know is vitamin D deficiency. And we know how important vitamin D is for our bones and to maintain our immune system. If we lack vitamin D, it's going to lead to poor bone health, also known to lead to depression, and it can also cause obesity and type 2 diabetes. So how can we get vitamin D? I know people will say we're in the sun, but I don't think we get enough sun. They say at least 15 to 20 minutes of sun a day we should be getting, and I don't think we do that on a daily basis.
Direct sun, yeah.
Direct sun, which is a natural form of vitamin D. And yes, we have the supplements. Usually you find them combined with calcium, which D is important for the absorption of calcium as well. So you can have it in supplement form and also in your dairy, in your cereal, in orange juice, in your vegetables, you're also going to get the vitamin D. Then the next nutrient that we lack, especially as women, is calcium. So we are women, we are of childbearing, we have kids. So what does a pregnancy do to us? It sucks all that calcium out of us. That is why women are known to have osteoporosis and the risk of brittle bone. So we need to be on a calcium supplement really early on in our lives to build this calcium to handle a pregnancy and to handle the after effects in our lives. So always increase your supplementation on it. Make sure you're having a calcium supplement, solely a calcium supplement with your other supplements as a woman. Our dairy products have it, and a good fact is not your full cream. Your low fat and your fat free have more calcium than your full cream. Yes. So you can get more calcium in the dietary form in that way.
What about the alternate milk options? How much calcium do they have, or do you need to take a supplement if you're opting for those?
So dietary we will do, like almond milk does have also a good amount, but we need to have a supplement. As women, I always say we need to have the calcium supplement going because we are first prone to get arthritis, to get osteoporosis. So calcium has to be on board. And the next most common deficiency that we all know of is iron deficiency. We as women are prone to reach menarche, start our menstruation, and have blood loss every month. So this leads to you feeling the headaches can come in there, the exhaustion, the extreme tiredness, the mood swings. It's all related to the iron deficiency. And also having brittle nails can be due to iron deficiency. So in dietary form, iron is found in a lot of aspects. We have iron in our green leafy vegetables. Spinach has a high content of iron in it. Orange juice as well. And you have beetroot, and people that are non-veg eaters, the liver, cooked liver also have a good amount of iron in it. So that's your dietary form of iron. But if you've done blood test and your doctor has told you it's rather low, you need oral supplementation as well. And if it is very low, you may need IV supplementation of this iron. So if you are having these symptoms, the first important thing for you to do is get blood tests done, because we need to know how low is this iron, whether it's enough to just do dietary and supplements, or you may need IV supplementation of the iron.
So besides
the next one,
sorry, Doc. Well, I
Lovely
didn't know
thanks.
there was such a long list of nutritional deficiencies that affect women. Please go, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Part of the anemia clan, just two more. We have vitamin
Sure.
B12 and
Okay.
folate. They both are involved in our red blood cell production, both in together with the iron they encompass. But sometimes when you do blood tests, you'll see some people just have a low iron, some people have low folate and iron, or just the B12. B12, we find it common in individuals that are vegetarians because they don't consume enough. They're not consuming any meat or egg or protein chicken. So they need to get monthly B12 injections to maintain that B12 and the red cell production to prevent that fatigue, the tiredness. Another important fact, folate deficiency can also cause gray hair. So if you're getting early gray hair, it's a sign that you may have folate deficiency. And I have noticed it a lot in younger females that we've done blood tests, their folate levels are coming really low. So folate is important. We have supplements solely just for folate as well. And important in pregnancy folate, as if you are planning to fall pregnant, you want to take folate supplementation at least 2 to 3 months before conceiving. It prevents a deformity in a baby called neural tube defects, which is quite a serious deformity. You've noticed in pregnancy, we encourage that you take supplement and folate separately throughout the pregnancy because we don't want this defect. It is known to be one of the most severe deformities an infant can have.
Yeah.
So folate plays a very important role. So I see it starting very early on in young girls, and I'm seeing teenagers with low folate.
Sure.
So I'm encouraging them, please start the supplementation. And I feel with youngsters and diet, we're not very good with eating our green leafy vegetables.
Oh my goodness.
We're not eating much of our nutrients, and that's where they're lacking.
I think it's a common thing as a child, you know, as much as we were eating good and our mothers were cooking us, you know, wholesome meals, we didn't like the green leafy vegetables. And now as an adult, you know, growing and having all these issues after so many children, you actually appreciate eating broccoli and you look for the greeny vegetables, alhamdulillah. So
we carry so much of the nutrients.
Yeah, we need to get that through our youngsters' brains. But we're quickly going to pay the bills more on nutrition, the impact of health issues, women's health issues, specifically in menstruation, and you know what to look out, the common telltale signs, prevention with regards to symptoms, what to watch out, how can we notice that we're suffering from a nutritional deficiency, or on today's episode of Women's Wellness Series on Life Matters. More just after this. Welcome back. This is Life Matters, and today I think it's part 4 already that we're in our Women's Wellness series. We focus on nutrition, body talk, holistic, good body health. I'm hoping that we still get to beauty and standard beauty regulations and some advice around that, but I'm really getting into the conversation of how to look after our body, what our body needs, and none other than Dr. Fauzia Hai, a female wellness general practitioner based out in KZN, is guiding us. So Doc, we touched on the nutritional deficiencies that does affect women, quite a list to be adherent to, and look at also the prevention when we choose our foods. Thanks for that advice. But how do we navigate the symptoms? What do we watch out for besides the blood tests, as you've mentioned? I mean, that we need to go to the doctor and then they'll, you know, do the necessary follow-ups of the tests. But just on a day-to-day basis, what are some of the telltale signs, the symptoms we can watch out for women? Because sometimes we are exhausted because we had a tough day, and sometimes we're just feeling a headache from time to time. But what do we need to really worry about to say, listen, I need to take note of my nutritional intake, my deficiencies, and now maybe try A, B, and C. And I'm sure your advice is go and see your general practitioner. But just like for the youngsters, as you're saying, what symptoms can we watch out for to help and assist them?
So keeping in mind our daily lifestyle, we have a very busy life, and you do feel that, okay, I've had a hectic life, maybe that's why I'm tired, or a hectic day. But you will know, your body tells you, even when you've had a rested amount of sleep or you've had a good day, you still feel very much exhausted. You feel very depleted. You're having dizzy spells. When dizzy spells are starting, when there's persistent headaches, even till you've excluded, you've taken your medications, if you've checked your eyes up, everything has been excluded, but these headaches are not going away. The lack of energy, which is the main complaint of many women that come, like completely being depleted in whatever they are doing, even if they've rested, even if they've taken time off, it's not going away. In the youngsters, you will see it in your hair. As I said, if you see early graying, if you see your nails are getting brittle, or you find these white spots on your nails, common you see it in children and growing because they are lacking the nutrients in the diet that's showing up on your skin. Skin will show you. Even something like eczema is telling you that you are lacking something. So a lot of ways your body tells you that you need these nutrients and something is lacking. So we know with iron deficiency, it's the exhaustion and tiredness. But if you're a female, you're menstruating, your periods are going to tell you you're going to be bleeding a lot. You're going to be passing a lot of clots. You're going to be feeling very exhausted. And that will tell you, okay, I may have iron deficiency anemia here. There's another aspect in iron deficiency. Women feel it's called pica symptoms, where you crave eating sand.
Oh.
You actually, you know, when it rains and the sand gets wet and the
Yes.
smell of it, you actually crave, or even cement
my
on the
goodness.
walls, you actually crave eating it. So that's telling you are iron deficient.
Oh gosh,
So
very,
these are those
very
other
interesting.
symptoms, yeah.
Very interesting. I mean, I've heard people say, "Oh, I like the smell of petrol," and others like, "Oh, I can't stand it." Which is just that. Is that a personal preference or any sort of deficiency, maybe?
So that the petrol is a personal preference, but usually the sand and cement, you know, don't need, or even chalk.
Yes,
Kids do
yes,
chalk.
I've heard about that.
It's an indication of iron deficiency. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so next time you hear someone talking about sand and chalk in a funny way, let them go and check out the iron. Dr. Hai, how does nutrition impact specifically women's health issues like menstruation, menopause, and pregnancy? And something that comes up for me as well is hormones. And I don't know if that's even preventable, but you know, when the ladies, when it's that time of the month, you know, okay, you know, mommy's acting a certain way, let's just leave sister alone. Can those hormones and fluctuations of your emotions and feelings actually be prevented to help the others cope around them?
It actually can. Nutrition plays such an important role. If you start with menarche, when you're getting your period or menstruation, your body is starting with two hormones, estrogen and progesterone, and they are getting ready for you to actually bear a child, but we are having our menstruation, and that has an impact on our gut, and that has an impact on how we maintain our gut as well. I know we're going to get to gut, but an important feature of gut is the happy hormone is released by our gut, and our hormones are affecting it. So we need to make sure our nutrients are playing a good part in balancing that off. For example, in menstruation, early menstruation and young girls, we need to have enough energy, so protein. You need to make sure you have enough protein in your diet to have the energy to deal with this. An interesting fact, like your healthy fats, are so important for the PMS symptoms, as well as helping you with your mood when it comes to that. When we speak of menopause, we've already spoken that we are more prone to now arthritis, osteoporosis, bone being brittle. So our nutrient there is calcium. So if our diet is not good, our calcium intake is not good, it's going to affect. Nutrition plays such an important part. Magnesium, if it's low at menopause, we're going to suffer. A lot of people suffer with cramps. They're waking up at night, the cramps are so severe because magnesium levels are low. We're not getting enough of it. Pregnancy, it's a form where we are harboring another human being within us. So our body actually needs more. But the mistake we make, the more is of unhealthy than the healthy, because we say we're eating for two people, but it's supposed to be a balanced diet. We want more dietary folate going in. We want more of the healthy vegetables, the fruits, the protein, the healthy fats. Cut down on processed and sugary things. I know the cravings are there, but to limit it, because they're only adding more weight for you, but not benefiting the baby. calcium deficiency in pregnancy can lead to a condition called rickets in the baby, where it's not good. They don't have good bone development. If you don't have a healthy, nutritious diet in pregnancy, the baby will not grow efficiently. You may be, for example, 6 months pregnant, but your baby may be growing at 4 months. It's retarded in its growth because of a not good nutritional diet that you are having. So it does have an impact. And there are ways. We need to just have a balanced lifestyle and a balanced diet with our supplements to correct these small changes go a long way, but we need consistency.
Yeah.
That's where I think all of us make the mistake.
Let's talk about those healthy fats and the good stuff that we need to put in our bodies. If we are doing the extra supplements and then we adding our nutritional diet, whereas you mentioned the dairy, I want to look at healthy fats, because after New Year, you know, it's the fish, the good fish, and up here in Johannesburg, you don't know if you're getting the good fish or not, or something from a box. So let's talk about the healthy fats. Just highlight quickly, because I really feel I feel that frustration with women and, you know, the people that they live with, the teenagers. That you have to be in a certain, you have to know everybody, this is her time of the month, this is her time of the month, and the rest of the family has to tiptoe around that. So let's help our youngsters and our ladies at home with guiding us how to take in those good fats and what are the good supplements to use.
So a common good fat, and I think everyone really likes this one, is avocado.
Okay.
And for the youngsters, I know the trend is now toast and putting the avo on it. If you don't like it in that form, make a smoothie out of it.
Okay.
Put yogurt, which is a probiotic you're getting into your gut, which is going to help your gut. Let some endorphin, serotonin release when the gut is good, making you feel good. So put in that yogurt, put in the healthy fatty avocado, and also you can throw in there your fiber. I always advise you make the smoothie like your oats. You put in your oats, you put in your probiotic, you put in your healthy fat. That's already a meal you've had in the morning, and it's encompassing of fiber, probiotic, as well as a healthy fat. Other healthy fat sources are your nuts. A lot of people, there's different types of seeds. And in fish, when we speak, the good fish is actually salmon, or cooked salmon, because from healthy fats, you're also getting a lot of your B12, folate, and iron in it as well, and the omegas.
Okay, you've mentioned specifically good fats, so having the sushi, the sashimi, and the nigiri wouldn't add to that that salmon intake?
Sushi, I have my reservations because it's some are cooked, some are not cooked, because it's the mercury content in them. But a cooked, that's why they always say cooked fish, the cooked salmon. Yeah.
Thank you for that guidance. Anything else you'd like to add on with regards to nutrition? Because I want to move on to exercise and body.
No, I think I'm going to be mentioning it more as we go along with the other topics. Yeah.
So let's quickly touch on, all right, we need to pay the bills. Before we do that, I want to just reiterate to our women out there, when it comes to your hormones, when it comes to menarche, the symptoms around the loss of nutrients that you're having, please listen to your body, as Dr. Hai has mentioned. So reiterate to your youngsters, watch out to the young girls also when they're starting their menarche and their menstrual cycles, and help us help each other. We are there as women to support the community, our loved ones as well. We'll take a short break. When we come back, more on this discussion of holistic body talk after this. Welcome back online. We have a female wellness general practitioner based out in Durban to chat to us about holistic body talk. So the nutrition that we need, the exercise that is good for certain women's body type, and I hope that helped you just before this segment with regards to guidelines on our good intake and extra supplements that our body needs. Don't forget to interact with us. We love, as always I say, we love how you make the show. So tell us what you want to hear, what you want to watch on the episodes of Life Matters and within our Women's Wellness series. So Dr. Hai, if I could look at exercise and fitness, what types of exercise are best suited for women's bodies, and why, if there is even that concept?
So 3 simple routine that we need to do is we start with stretching.
Okay.
Stretching is very important. What it does is increases blood flow and it's preparing your body for that exercise you've taken up the time to do, and it helps loosen the muscle. The next is aerobic training, which we know as cardio workout. Why we say cardio? Because it improves cardiovascular fitness and muscle tone. And it's nothing hectic. There's no need to join a gym or have a machine. You can do simple walking, skipping, jumping at one spot just to get that heart rate up and to get that blood flow going from the brain right through throughout the body. The third most important thing that every woman should be doing in her exercise routine is weight training. We call this resistance training. It doesn't matter. It can be a 2 kg, a 3 kg weight, and it doesn't have to be a dumbbell. We have stuff at home that we can use. Now we all having water bottles, 5-liter bottles. That is weight enough to hold in your hand.
Okay.
And to do some resistance training, because in a condition like polycystic ovarian syndrome, resistance training actually helps melt those cysts on the ovaries and help your hormonal function overall.
Wow.
So it's very important to encompass some sort of weight training in your exercise routine. And how often we need to do this is at least 30 minutes a day. I know it's a lot to take out for a woman, but 5 times a week is recommended. But if it's too much, at least try 3 times a week. But take that time out and try and do some. You can do home exercises. We have on the internet, we all have phones. There's the television at home. There's 20-minute, 15-minute exercises. You can just put it on and you can just follow them, or you can have your own routine. But you're doing some sort of physical activity out of the normal day-to-day routine that you do.
What about the classes that they have at the gyms, the Pilates classes? I've joined a few Kalanetics classes and yoga. Does that also add to your exercise routine?
It does. Yoga is so important for mental health as well. It's so rewarding because you're working on breathing, exercising, you're getting that oxygen in and out, you're blocking off, you're completely involved in it and you feel very relaxed. In so saying, so does exercise because you're releasing endorphins, you're releasing that happy hormone. It's giving you a feeling of well-being, a feeling of accomplishment. And that's what you need. And it gives you that good mood that you want.
I also find with this cold weather, having an exercise routine early in the morning actually warms your body up for the rest of the day for not having on that extra layers.
And morning is the best time if you want to do any form of exercise. Morning is your best time to do it because you start your day off with a very good endorphin rush. The blood flow has been throughout and your day will go absolutely well. Then procrastinating now because you have your meals throughout the day now and then now doing it after supper or before bed, you're actually quite energized now to go to bed after exercise workout. You want to start your day with that energy. So best time is in the morning.
Let's talk about some of the exercises per age. Are there any specific exercises that women should focus on pre or post, having kids? Because I found that now that I've had kids, my physio is saying, listen, we need to work on your hips or your pelvis for that matter. Let's talk about, age-related exercises.
So common areas women always struggle with is the post-pregnancy belly, we call it, that we all end up having, and the hips. That troubles most women. And there are exercise focused to it. And something simple, like I always tell them, if you're brushing your teeth, while you are standing and brushing your teeth, just do 10 squats and you're brushing your teeth. It's something you're encompassing. Or if you're talking on the phone, stand up and just do high knees. Pick your knees up, try and get it to your chest. You're working your belly and you're working your thigh. So small things we can do, but there are exercises like lunges that work well, squatting for the thighs. And if you are able to lay flat on your back, not allowed for pregnant women laying flat on their back, but if you're not pregnant, you can lay flat on your back. And you can do cycles, you can do some crunches. And another exercise I really go by, and I feel to do it when you've completed your routine, is a plank. It's difficult in the beginning because it's tedious and it's painful, but if you start in beginning, 10 seconds is good.
Yeah.
As you do it every day, you can build your capacity to 2 to 4 minutes. And what a plank does, it works your entire body,
Oh, wow.
and your core. And it's one of the best. If you see results, people that are maintaining doing planks every day, the results are immaculate, but it's just maintaining it. You are doing it every day and you build your capacity. It's like a full body workout. But I always suggest do it at the end of your exercise routine, end off with a plank.
I heard about the plank craze, and I also stand by the often sitting at your desk or brushing your teeth and doing, because my physio was advising I needed to exercise my my feet because I've got flat feet, and I needed to do a crunch with my toes, and I kept forgetting. And she said to me, just do it when you're brushing your teeth. And eventually I had to put up a sticky note on the mirror and say crunch your toes until I remembered. So now I remember to crunch my toes when I'm brushing my teeth because there's a sticky note up. So
like our daily activity, our steps, they say get your 10K steps, and we don't we wonder, how am I going to do that? But you can.
Yes.
If you're going for shopping, park far. Don't find the nearest parking to the entrance. Walk to the entrance. And if you don't need to take that escalator, use the stairs. Use it. It's going to help you. Don't use the lifts. It's going to get your steps in. Like small changes in day-to-day lives will get that physical activity in.
Or go window shopping for and not actually buy something.
Don't buy, just walk all the floors, do it. Yeah. You got your 10 minutes in.
We don't realize how much we walk when we're going shopping in the malls. Let's look at impact exercises that actually affect our women's health. You've mentioned the osteoporosis, the menstrual cramps, as well as the mood swings. Does exercise impact women's health, and does it help with those sort of conditions as well?
Yes, it does. It does. As I mentioned, with resistance training, it's going to help women suffering with the PCOS symptoms, and they also suffer when they're getting their periods, with the pain and the mood swings. We're getting good endorphins release. So it's recommended when you past your initial few days of the period, start light exercises, whether it's just walking, light weights, you will feel a difference. You will feel that PMS settling. You'll feel the bloating getting less even. So it's encouraged that you do that physical activity. It doesn't have to be very strenuous because you're feeling discomfort, you are in your menstruation, but towards the latter part, just encompass it so the end form is not so bad when you're experiencing the difficulty.
Are there any Sorry, Doc.
Sorry?
Please go ahead.
No.
Yeah?
Ask me.
I wanted to look at any modifications or special precaution when it comes to women that need to take exercise regularly, but also different stages of their life. You mentioned the pregnant women, laying flat on her back, or, what type of exercise is she doing? So are there any precautions for some women with health conditions that you advise?
Yes. So coming to our woman in the menopause, there are lots of precautions. Exercise, yes, does help you because it's enhancing blood circulation throughout the body. We are prone to illnesses like high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, thickening of our blood vessels, the blood flow. So exercise is going to help with that. But we're going to do moderate form of exercise. We're not going to over strenuous exercises, or we're going to make sure we're not doing stuff where we're risking ourselves to fall or get an injury, because we know our bones are not the best and get a fracture easily. And it's stated that if you're feeling any chest pain while you're exercising or any discomfort or shortness of breath, stop the exercise immediately. And consult your doctor, because that's indication if you're having chest pain that you may be having a heart attack or something, so don't go ahead. So avoid very strenuous exercises. Pregnant women, they can do exercise. It's not that they're not allowed, but there's a limitation to them. They can do walking, they can do resistance training with some weights, not too heavy, and it's not recommended that they do any exercise laying flat on their back. What happens is the uterus pushes on the main vessel, which is laying at the back of your spine, and that can cause you dizziness, can drop your blood pressure, and reduce supply to the baby, which is dangerous. So you're not allowed to lay flat on your back and do any exercises or any vigorous abdominal exercises in pregnancy.
I want to look at hormones after the short break and some common myths and misconceptions about women's bodies and their health. Stay with us as we continue this holistic body talk with the wellness general practitioner, Dr. Fauzia Hai, more just after the short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Time flies when you're having fun and you're talking about something of good interest that'll help you and the people around you, because when we are good, mind, body and soul as women, we actually make the whole household flourish, inshallah. So ultimately, we educate and aim to uplift ourselves to bring a stronger community and humanity, ummah, for the rest of our next generation to thrive, inshallah. So online I have Dr. Fauzia Hai, our general practitioner out in KZN, and also runs a women's wellness clinic. And we're talking about holistic body talk, and that includes fitness, exercise, good nutrients, women's bodies. I hope that we get somewhere into gut health and skincare, but inshallah we'll check with Doc if she can schedule us in for a follow-up show. But lots to talk about, and I don't want to rush through this information because all these questions and comments pop up as we go along, and it is important that you do interact with us and send us your comments if you have any, so you make the show and understand what we need from you that'll help and assist you and understand your body better. So Dr. Fauzia, continuing the conversation with women's bodies, I want to look at hormones again. Often we talk about hormones, and that does unfortunately drive us in many aspects. And you've mentioned some good solutions of helping us, balance it. But how does hormones fluctuation impact women's body, and how can we, what can we do to manage these changes? Because often it is not just information that we need to know; it's an holistic approach with our with our family members that are living with us. So as much as we help ourselves, what do the rest of our members, our siblings, or our kids, our husbands need to know about our hormones as well?
So hormones in women are so important as it affects our day-to-day lives. It's a risk for us if it's not well controlled. It can lead to high blood pressure, illnesses, diabetes, but on a regular basis, it can affect a lot of things like sleep, metabolism, our menstruation. It can go irregular. Many reasons for menstruation, where they can have less bleeding, heavy bleeding, not bleeding at all, very severe menstrual pain. Hormones play an important role in that. Also, hormones play a role in sexual drive, in energy in your body, in feeling bloated, weight gain, fatigued, mood swings. Hormones have a huge array of effect in our day-to-day lives. So management is, if we look at the medical aspects, if we know what is lacking and we're replacing it, it's going to benefit us. For example, if there is a certain hormone that is found to be less, then we call something a hormone replacement therapy, which your doctor will advise you and give you the medication to replace that hormone which is causing the symptoms. Or if you are having hypo or hyperthyroid, we have medications that you can take it and it will help you, whether it was weight gain because of the hypothyroidism, you're going to feel the weight gain will improve. You will not gain weight as much. And if things are so severe, we have specialists out there, we call them endocrinologists, that deal with just this, that can guide you and help you and get to where you need. But that's in the most severe forms. Yes, we do experience all of this in the day-to-day. So how can we do small things to just manage or maybe prevent? As we discussed earlier, nutrition. Let's try and get a healthy, balanced diet in our lives. A second important thing, which as women we don't get and we lack, is sleep. Get good amount of sleep.
Yeah.
It is recommended 7 to 8 hours, which is not possible at times, but at least minimum 6. And one thing I see that it is affecting our body. Maybe we don't realize it.
Yeah.
And it affects the sleep-wake cycle is disturbed, your hormones are disturbed.
Okay.
Immediately your hormones are disturbed. So we have phones, we go to bed, there's TikTok or whatever it may be. It's 8 o'clock, next thing it's midnight, it's 1 o'clock, because time is totally gone when we're busy in something, or our mind is not even focused. And that's the point where that sleep-wake cycle, your sleep has come and passed you. You've just missed it because you've been sitting and doing something, shutting the brain down completely.
Yeah.
You're not really focused on it. I feel screen time is really bad in today's time. It's recommended that you take your phones away, whatever it is, 2 hours before bed. There should be no screen time.
Okay.
You will see a change in your hormones. It's something so important that affects the hormones. Managing stress. I know it's difficult as women. We do have a lot of stress in day-to-day lives, but try and manage your stress, whether it's taking time away in the week, doing something, whether it's a massage, taking your dog for a walk, catching up with friends, taking some me time out, but manage that stress. It really helps because stress is one of the leading causes of hormonal imbalance, leading to a whole host and array of things that affect our day-to-day lives. And those that are smoking, quit it, because that's also something that's quite evident. As women, yes, we are also, there's many women out there that are smoking. That is not good, and that's going to also affect the hormones. Yeah. We don't think it does. We think it's just affect the lungs. Smoking has an effect on a whole array of things, and hormones are one of them. And physical activity. We have to bring in some sort, I said 3 times a week too, some small changes in our day-to-day lives. All this can prevent what we mentioned earlier if we just have it all in balanced forms.
Let's understand often the common myths and misconceptions about women's bodies and health. So especially the mood swings and our emotions. We hear, oh, it's in your head, or pull yourself right, or get over it. Oh, I'm fat, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, I feel tired. So what do we need to actually watch out for that is, important and that we don't ignore?
So a common, the myths that go around with women, and it's sad that, yes, mood swings are there. It's just not that she's moody all the time. It's nice if the men understand that it happens throughout the month, to give them that space, that it's not deliberate. It's hormonal imbalances that are causing these. Yeah. And it sometimes leads women to that emotional array when they're alone, and it can lead to that. It's often common where we call it emotional eating, because you're so drowned in that emotion that your mind just shuts down and you just carry on eating whatever it is, because its stomach is full, but the emotions are riding so high that you are just overwhelming yourself, and which leads to weight gain, and then the societal stress about the weight gain. So emotions and the myth that it's purposeful, no, it is hormonal related. And yes, we can bring changes to that. With PCOS, unfortunately, its weight gain is something that it comes with. And it's sad that women are, a lot of the women suffering with PCOS get targeted, oh, she's fat, she's fat, she's fat. But no matter what she's doing, you can eat a slice of bread and still be fine. She will eat the slice of bread and gain weight. Sure. It's not that, and women with PCOS don't eat that much, but unfortunately the hormones are playing such an imbalance that they are gaining weight with that little carbohydrates they even do intake. And the myth associated, where they get tarnished as being fat all the time, and yet they're not big eaters. For people to understand that they are suffering with the condition. Yeah. I also came across with some health related or some general women's health myth that goes around. I thought I'd bring to their attention is the myth that goes around about wearing an underwire bra and that causing breast cancer or something, or a lump. It's a myth. It doesn't do anything of that sort. So it is okay to wear one and it doesn't cause that. And with that, women have this understanding that heart disease or heart attacks are only for men. No, it's also for women. A lot of women are also getting it. Another medical condition myth is kidney stones. Okay. If they say it's only for men, the number of women that get it, because kidney stones are related to an unhealthy diet, that you end up getting a kidney stone. Women's health myth is a vaginal discharge is a bad sign.
Okay.
No, it depends on the discharge. If it's clear and if it's milky, it's normal. Because of our hormonal changes throughout the month, it is normal to have that discharge. Unless you're having a discolored discharge and a very foul smelling that needs a doctor's attention, that's worrying. But if it's clear and it's milky, it's happening in the month, it's normal. Another important myth for women is a mammogram is the only modality to get your breast checked. No.
Okay.
It is there to do the specialized test, but us as women need to be also doing self-breast examinations every month. It is very important. Self-breast examination has saved so many lives. We're supposed to be doing it on a monthly basis by ourselves. Whether you're doing it in the shower, you're in the shower, having a shower, just do a breast exam on yourself. If you're suspicious about something, go to your doctor. If you're under 40, we'll do an ultrasound. If it's nothing, it'll say it's just a straight fibroadenoma, it's a fatty tissue. Or if it's worrying, it can be attended to early. Whereas we've advanced so much in medicine that it's curable now, just picked up early. So we rely just on mammogram. We can't wait until 40 to get a mammogram done. We need to do self-breast examinations.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Doctor, because after COVID, there were so many women that actually found out that they had breast cancer because they missed their checkup that they needed to do. So self-examination is actually important before you even get to that checkup.
Very important.
Doc, our time has run up. I can't believe that hour's gone so quickly. We haven't even done gut health. Just quickly, in 30 seconds, if you could wrap up today's show and what we can look forward to when we next link up with you, inshallah.
Oh, definitely, inshallah. Next time we can discuss gut health and the importance of it as during menstruation, in pregnancy, and in menopause, as well as we're going to focus on skin and what's important regarding your skin, and also discuss the current new craze about aesthetics and facial modulation, which will be interesting to speak on.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Dr. Fauzia Hai. Till we chat again, we appreciate you sharing your expertise and passion for women's wellness with us today. All the best. Till we speak again. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate Dr. Hai, and remember, ladies, take care of our bodies is an act of self-love. We deserve to feel our best every day. Give back the best to your body and mind. Visit Dr. Hai's clinic in Durban and learn more about her services and approaches next time she's on air with us, and we appreciate her time. Let's create a supportive environment for everyone to thrive, especially our women and girls around us. Don't forget, awareness and education are key to prioritizing our health, mind, body, and soul. Thanks so much for tuning in, and let's continue the conversations of supporting each other in our journey towards growing our ummah, mothers, wives, daughters, and sisters, and humanity that ultimately pleases our Creator. Join us next time for more inspiring conversations on wellness and parenting. Until then, stay informed and stay holistically healthy. From the rest of the Life Matters team here in Johannesburg studios, wassalamu alaikum and goodbye for now.